Hey, welcome to the God Awful Gospel Hour. We're going to recline in my adjustable recliner seats.
Sleepy boys.
Let's have a lay down podcast today.
Can you hear me? Oh,
Yeah.
Listen as the wind blows. You know that song is about a rape?
Which song is it again?
Possession by Sarah McLachlan. I will be the
yeah,
one
well,
to
all
hold
those-
you down, kiss you so hard, take your breath away.
All those 90s chicks are...
If it was a guy.
all those 90s singer chicks, it's always about rape. Tori Amos.
No, she's the rapist.
She's
sounds like
raping.
She's
Well,
gonna rape.
then
Like she could sing it, but a guy couldn't sing that.
Then she's taking it back. She's like, well, actually, I'm the rapist in this
After
song.
Wipe away the tears. Close
Yeah.
your eyes, dear. It's very creepy if it was a dude.
The only one of those I know is the Arms of the Angel that she sings, because I didn't pay attention to all those women singers in the 90s. They weren't hard rockers and badass bros, and they weren't singing about, like, I don't know, I can't remember what shit.
I mean, Got You Where I Want You was kind of rapey.
Yeah, it was. Well, and then the freaking Possum Kingdom with the Toadies, right? I found a window in the kitchen where I let myself in.
Yeah. Did you watch The Gentleman yet?
No, I have not watched any of that TV show.
Do you know Vinny Jones? You like Vinny Jones?
Yes. He used to be a footballer. Yeah, grabbing a dude's dick. Hell yeah, dude.
There's a lot of good photos of his fouls
Yeah.
and yelling at refs and stuff.
Oh yeah, he's a bruiser. He's
Yeah, he's always
got
in
that
trouble.
bruiser look to
I think
him.
he was the only one to slide tackle Eric Cantona
Yeah.
successfully.
Yeah.
During when it was Uwa Cantona. time.
Okay. All right.
Nobody could slide tackle that guy. I realized that my dog, Suki, is aware that her eyes are cute.
Yeah. She knows
Because-
how to use her eyes.
She was begging, and I put a napkin on her face.
Yeah.
And she rested her chin on my knee while I was eating.
Yeah.
To be like ultra cute. And then so I was like, I know what you're trying to do. And I wanted to see if she knew what she was trying to do. So I put a napkin over her head. And she shook it off and continued being cute in the same fashion. I was like, dogs are not dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking in the car about your hand job. Was that the only one? Did you get more?
The rub and tug?
Yeah, how much was it?
Shit, I don't know, like $60 or something. Like $60 on top of like the.
And that was for hand, mouth, or whole. So how
Yeah,
much
but it was
more
like $20 or $40 extra each time.
Okay.
But I didn't want to have any orifices.
She's selling herself short if her pussy's only $40 better than
Yeah.
her hand. That's like, you must have a whole catcher's mitt.
Little knock the dust off. No, there's no way to knock the dust off that. Because the other thing, I was like, how many dicks have been in her mouth today?
Yeah.
And how many have been in other places?
How much Listerine does it take to reset the
Yeah.
biome?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. No, this was, guys, this was 9 years ago. This was not recent. I did not recently go to a rub and tug.
Oh, that was the only time you only did it once?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you said it was in California?
Yeah, it was up in the valley. It was in the valley. It was in like a shitty strip mall in the valley.
That's awesome. I'm jealous. I want to do that. I mean, I don't want to be on my deathbed than never having
Yeah.
gotten a $60 HJ in California from a Mexican girl.
Yeah.
You didn't even go Chinese.
From Blanca. Her name was Blanca. I still remember.
I've been doing a Chinese thing with the girl I'm with. You know when you do a doggy style and you do the fish hook to pull her mouth?
Yeah.
I've been fish hooking her eyes in the mirror so she looks Chinese.
Yeah.
When you bend over the bathroom sink. I get both of her eyes and pull them back and go, "Oh, you're Chinese now." I guess you can do the piggy nose like that too.
Yeah, you can do it. There are all kinds of little things to hook onto, right?
I'll fill all of my weird Miss Piggy
Right.
fantasies.
Right.
So we went to Kelly's Pub on Monday. We had a big comedy week, but we didn't do any comedy.
Yeah, we just went and
supported
saw
local.
people. Watched Heath at Kelly's Irish Pub.
We
He did
filmed an
good.
official God Awful comedy special.
Yeah.
It's on our YouTube page. Check it out. Check out Heath Underhill live at the fucking Kelly's Irish Pub, which is a nice pub. And it was cool to see if you lease out a strip mall space, the tiny amount of work it takes to make it look like an authentic Irish pub. Just some church
Some green
benches
shit.
facing each other.
Some
Crappy
four-leaf
tables.
clovers,
Yeah.
some like Irish writing, like that
Peanuts.
Irish
Yeah.
that Irish font or whatever, where it looks like the Celtic cross thing.
The tea towels on the wall with all the sayings.
Yeah.
If you fuck your wife and fight your wife and
Yeah.
punch your wife, then you have got a great wife.
What do you call? What do you say to a woman with two black eyes? Nothing. You already told her twice.
She's fucking been told.
She's been told. Yeah. And then we went to
Drifters.
which is coffee and alcohol for
And both of these
to see
places were
Jack
outside.
Shootsy. and see their little event that they had going on
Drifters
there.
had a great crowd, but they were outside of the venue in the parking lot
Yeah.
having a rice cook-off.
Yeah, they were all the little crotch rocket meat, and then they kept going brown, brown, brown during this comedy
They
sets.
were too fast, too
It was
furious.
just one of it was the absolute paradise that is.
I would have turned around and
performing.
just fucked with them. I would have turned one of the speakers around
Yeah.
on the top of the pole and been like, listen, we're just going to make fun of you guys now because you're the loudest lady in the audience.
Right.
I found some new weird gay drug names. Blow Stevis for back pain.
Is that real?
Guy Jizzy.
Okay.
No, they just all
Yeah.
sound like gay sex things.
Yeah, I like Sky Reezy. That's my favorite one out of all of them.
Did you know the N-word used to be a Tibetan symbol for peace? I'm doing a new bit where I'm the most uninteresting man in the world.
Yeah,
The opposite of the Dos Equis guy. They're just going to Maxually everybody on
the least
everything.
interesting. That's just Colin Robinson, isn't it?
The energy vampire.
Yeah.
Did they do an episode where he did comedy?
I don't know. I haven't watched
he
it
would
recently.
have feeded. He would have been feeding good.
Let's see. I ordered some new cables
I know.
so that we can not have people cut out on us. We cannot
have
have
Audrey
the
back.
Illuminati.
Audrey, we're sorry.
Come in
Please
there.
come back.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah,
never
it was
happen
messing up.
again.
It was messing up with our recordings with Heath too. And I've got probably 2.5 hours worth of recordings with Heath that I need to figure out what to do with.
Yeah, you're gonna make a best of.
Yeah,
the last
it might
month.
be the great joke balling. There's my food's done. I gotta check the food in the oven.
Okay.
Well, I'm just
Donnie
gonna keep
Stromboli.
recording. I don't give a shit.
Donnie Stromboli. So we've been having a lot of fun watching CEOs panic over ticket sales and like cancel stuff. The Black Keys. Who else canceled? Shakira. So one of those girls canceled her whole summer tour.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer. Yeah, they had low ticket sales.
Is that a money thing, or is it just because she has problems?
She didn't feel like it. She's getting a divorce. Why
these things melted.
do you think her and Ben Affleck got a divorce? Because of his dumb thing on the roast? Because he fucked up this the Tom Brady roast?
What did he say?
He just yelled at internet trolls. He did like a Kevin Smith end of Clerks like monologue, like "you fucking idiots," like the same thing they did on Jay and Bob Silent Strike Back, just yelling at the internet people. But yeah, I'm enjoying watching people. I mean, everybody's broke, and entertainment, everything's getting more expensive. So the first thing that goes is entertainment.
Yeah.
So if you have no money,
Especially if entertainment is freaking, way expensive. Especially if it's like a quarter of a month's rent or something.
yeah, Misfits tickets were $250
Yeah.
for the fucking Misfits. That's supposed to be $10.
Yeah.
Misfits should never. That's like Fugazi. They should never perform for more than $10 outside in the rain. But they're getting what they deserve. All these fucks. All these rich fucks. And you know what they should do? All of the entertainment CEOs should do like a Beatles cover where they sing into the camera like COVID. Yeah. Imagine if you bought more tickets. Please come out and see us. We're sorry for charging so much.
Not gonna happen.
No, they don't learn. They learn nothing. I think there's one way that they could learn, and we saw it in the Civil War movie. Some dumb Karen has to run at the water truck with a bomb and explode everybody. What's his name? Supposed to come last week, Avery Hutto.
Yeah.
I saw him at Opa's, and because he had a good Kiltonian appearance, and I was like, "Hey, great job, man." And then everybody else at the table started fantasizing about what they would do if they got on there.
Yeah.
But him and Heath had both been on there, so they were like old hats. They were like, "Yeah, Tony will chew you up and spit you out." They don't give a fuck about anybody, even if you are funny. And it happens a lot. I've seen it happen at like mom and pop businesses where I've gotten a job and like the guy running it is a megalomaniac. I think I worked at this place, Building Image Group, and the owner, Charlie Jones, was a fucking Wally Wonka maniac guy. And all the guys that were there before me were like, "Oh, you're the golden shower boy right now, but soon you're gonna be the whipping pig. You get treated real special when you're first hired, and everybody loves you."
Right.
And then I think that Hollywood Bear is like your way out, because they had that one guy be it, and now he's not on anymore. And then little Heath Cordes was the bear in L.A. And now look at him, he's at Drifters, trying to do comedy over revving motor engines. we had a $2 charge on the bank. And my wife decided to ask me about it in the middle of, like, I was almost done with work. She was like, what's this $2 charge on the bank? And I was like, do you want me to stop working and look it up? Well, you have a phone. Everyone here has a phone. Let's be a team and see if someone else can find this information. And then it just, because I'm Jewish, she triggered my Jewish autism. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I looked it up. It was a Starz subscription within the Amazon Prime Video subscription.
Your Jewtism. It's Jewtism.
Yeah, my jawtism.
Jawtism.
So now I have to manage the subscriptions within the subscriptions for my family. So and I remember her saying like a month ago, I'm going to subscribe to Starz so I can watch the show, and I'll unsubscribe after a month. But bitches don't know how to unsubscribe to shit. They just let it keep going. $2. Who cares? Fucking, it adds up. I mean, it is $2, but whatever. I don't want Jeffrey Bezos to have a dime of that for no reason. Nobody's watching Starz. So I was like, I'm going to cancel this Starz thing. And she was like, no, I'm using it. And I was like, if you were using it, you would know why $2 is being charged.
Yeah.
If you gave a fuck, then you would be aware. You wouldn't have this. You'd be asking me to look up why there's $2. Obviously, you have no idea. You don't care. So no, we're not going to do it anymore. If you forget why we're paying for it, then you don't get to watch those shows any longer. I thought of a what's it? Urban assault vehicle? What are those?
UAVs.
Yeah, is that an army?
Hummers?
Okay, so army. What about a sexual assault vehicle? That's the Hummer limo. Or a water sports utility vehicle, where you pee on each other.
Yeah. So I've been I found a new edible supply, and I've been walking around my house after taking an edible and thinking about words.
This podcast is brought to you by Smoke and Chill's Sweet Caramels.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
You can be an old lady like with the Werthers and hand those out to kids.
So I came up with a definition of therapy. It's figuring out why you feel the way you feel when you feel that way you feel. And is that why you do that thing you do when you do that thing you do?
Yeah.
That's what therapy is.
That sounds like an NPR Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
Song from Nile Rodgers.
And then I was also thinking about how my favorite word or like phrase or whatever in almost anything is the phrase self-evident in the Declaration of Independence.
We hold these truths to be
self-evident, because I was thinking about like certain people we know, just like the kind of people who blatantly do something and then get mad at you for pointing out that they're doing that, or then deny that they're not doing that.
Yeah, it's absolute.
And I'm like, I'm going to start telling people, you're being very self-evident right now.
Yeah, you're finding your own truths to be self-evident.
Yeah, you're obvious. Like, everyone can see what you're doing and what your problem is. It's self-evident.
You've provided evidence on yourself.
Right.
For yourself.
Yeah.
With your actions.
You're being very self-evident. I'm going to start saying that to people. I want that to be a new term.
That's my thing for the government. If they gave a fuck about us, it wouldn't be this way.
Yeah.
Why people, it's too late. That guy was holding that bloody Biden head outside the White House today. Like, I've been watching people protest outside of that building my entire life.
Yeah.
They're in the way when we had to park downtown and go to the monuments with our church friends when I was 4.
Yeah.
I was like, Daddy, what is that? And he was like, they're crazy. And then there was a lady in Georgetown, like the cool shopping part.
Yeah.
I don't know I guess it would be like South Congress of DC.
Yeah, it's just like the part where all the shops are.
Cool
Just
shops.
It's within walking distance of like everything, right?
Yeah. There was a lady there that would just scream at you that the Jews killed her baby. And she had poster boards. Like she had a set list. She was ready with everything. And if you made any eye contact with her at all, she'd be like, the Jews took my baby. I was like, what do you want me to do?
Well, that's what happened with that Nicholas Sandman kid. It was a high school group of high school kids. Yes, they all had freaking MAGA hats on or whatever. They were standing in the middle of that area, and then the black Israelites, the
Blizzreelites.
The started yelling at them and calling them names and doing their normal thing, and those kids didn't know what they were doing. They were kind of like chanting back and all that kind of stuff and singing and saying things. And then that freaking Nathan Phillips guy just walked right up into that kid's face and started banging that drum, and the kid was just awkwardly standing there smiling like, what the hell is going on? But then it turned into everybody hated that kid just because of his face and he was wearing a MAGA hat.
I mean, I don't want to blow up the government or fire anybody. Well, I want to fire the entire House of Representatives or rebrand it because they don't represent anybody. There's not constituents. They're not going.
It needs to be the House of Representing now.
I mean, it was more representative of your needs when it took them the Pony Express like 4 days to go tell everybody how they're feeling in Minnesota.
Right.
Even when there was a week delay, it meant more then because there was 8 people out there.
Yeah.
They're like, they're dying of AIDS. They need help.
Yeah.
Send penicillin. And then by the time the drugs got out there, they're all just dead.
Yeah.
The government for the people, by the people. Have you ever been bit by fire ants?
Oh yeah. So whenever we were in middle school, we used to pay kids $5 to put their hands in the fire ant
Nice. Poor kids.
and hold it.
Yeah, your version of bum fights.
It was poor kids. Yeah, it was they were desperate for $5.
Donnie's fire ant bum fights.
And we would basically pay them to hold their hand in a fire ant hill as long as they possibly could.
Oh my God.
And then kids were coming back from lunch with just their entire hand was ant bites. There was nothing but ant bites on their hand and shit.
I got one on my dick one time.
Oh.
I thought I was going to get superpowers. It would be cool if you could lift more than your body weight like an ant with your dick. Like ants can lift
That's
10
what
size.
Ant-Man is, right? Yeah.
He got stung in his soul. What's your ultimate cosplay girl fantasy? If you can make a girl dress up like something.
Jeez.
That's more than $40. Head, hand, hole, or mouth.
Yeah,
Or
right.
costume.
Well, I definitely would want a Tifa or an Aerith. And I would also probably want
Tifa's
2-1B
easy.
or no, what's her name? 2B from
Yeah.
Or something like that, you know.
Yeah. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Maybe
whatever the fuck that
I
game's
Dream
called.
of
Nier.
Genie.
Nier Automata.
Yeah, I Dream of Genie.
Oh, that'd be cool.
What, Sonya Blade?
Sonya.
How about Princess Peach? I'd wanna do doggy style with a Princess Peach.
Yeah, if you did the girl 2B from Nier Automata, you wouldn't have to do Chinese size
Yeah.
fish hooks because she's already Asian. I'd go at one of the X-Men, probably Rogue.
Oh yeah, I could do an X, like a Psylocke. Yeah,
If you could make
look.
young Bonnie Raitt dress up like Rogue, that'd be hot. She already has the thing, the white hair.
The white spot in the front of her head.
You were telling were you going to tell your story eventually about getting arrested at Coachella?
Yeah,
But we're going to go back and forth and do arrested stories. You've only been arrested once, right?
I've been arrested twice.
Okay. It's Coachella and the pedophilia stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
The videos on the zip drive. It's an outboard zip drive.
Yeah.
No one was supposed to find it.
me and Jeffrey Jones, and what's his name from the
You got a
Who?
DUI, right?
Yeah. I got arrested. I got pulled over, and they decided I was drunk. And then I was like, "Screw it! I want to blow and see how drunk I am." And then I was under the legal limit.
That was self-evident.
Yeah,
You acted drunk.
yeah, it was self-evident. And then, so yeah, we got arrested on the way back from Coachella at the same place that all the celebrities get arrested at. And I think I've said that before. It's
Where
like-
Willie I got. Well, you
Yeah.
guys had a jar, like a huge jar.
yeah,
of
big
weed.
old jar, but we'd all gone through so much of it. It was my friend's giant weed jar, and we were down to like the last quarter in that jar, but they brought it in.
Like,
and,
where's the rest of this weed? And you're like, it's in my brain.
Yeah. And they opened the jar, and the entire place smelled like weed, and all the people on the
made
border
the
patrol checkpoint were like,
Receptionist start crying.
"Whoa!" You know,
Smelled so bad.
these
she
guys are
started crying.
crazy.
You tear gassed the place, and
Yeah.
that girl started crying, and their Mexican friend started kicking game with her.
Yeah,
That's so Hispanic to
Yeah.
try to kick game to a crying girl. Like if I see a girl crying,
well,
no.
she didn't
There's
start
no
crying until she didn't like make the crying face until after he was already hitting on her.
Mm.
So like, yeah,
Those come-on lines were so
our
bad.
friend who was the one Mexican guy that was with us, he was just being a kind of a quirky guy,
He
and
fucked
he
it up with the
started
police, right? Him and
kinda-
Sean.
yeah, he started kind of hitting on the one of the border patrol checkpoint girls,
Yeah.
and
Since we're living together now,
yeah,
we're roommates. Because I'm
Yeah.
arrested. Can you make me a sandwich?
and
She started crying.
yeah.
He's so misogynist.
But yeah, it was really close to being pulled. It was really close to being arrested at 4:20 in the morning on 4/20,
Nice.
and it was the day. I think that day was the day the Deepwater Horizon spill happened. So I was in jail for the Deepwater Horizon spill, and then the next time I got arrested was the day that Gabby Giffords got shot by that Jared Lee Lautner guy.
Okay.
So like both times I've been in jail, crazy historical events have happened in the world. And
Yeah, I got locked up in Wimbledon. That was the only thing happening. And they
Yeah.
put it on TV, and everybody was just sitting there moving their heads back and forth watching.
yeah,
And the two TVs at the Austin police station are above the bathroom doors.
yeah,
So if it's a shit, everybody knows.
yeah.
And
It's
the
all watch
worst
you walk in.
bathroom in Scotland.
Yeah. But that was just for shit like parking tickets or speeding ticket or something, wasn't it?
Old traffic offenses, but I got in Austin Busted magazine and I used it for stand up. I put it on a flyer.
I never went and got my busted because I had a mugshot and all that stuff.
I had some bitch brought it to work and was like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Give me that."
Yeah.
I put it in my car. Fuck you! Don't show anybody this.
Yeah, Adam from Drunkcast had that happen. He had some speeding ticket situation, and I don't know how he screwed it up or what he did, but he made it to where like years later he still couldn't get a driver's license. So we were always having to drive him around.
I've never really wanted to have a driver's license. It's such a pain. I mean, I'm about to go get mine renewed now.
That's why it was actually your destiny to go just be a stand up in New York or Chicago and take the trains,
walk around,
take the subway.
I'm not good with wheels. Me and Greg Abbott, we love wheels and rolling around.
Yeah.
I had to go get one in Florida to like get to work and stuff. I was finally like, I can't be a dirtbag. I have to, it was so many dumb layers of shit. Like I had a car that ran, but I had to take it to get repaired, and it was far away where I wanted to go, so I had to get a license. So I had to do this whole Tetris Jenga plaid layers of like getting permission from the government.
Yeah.
And now, my shit ran out in April, but they won't let you renew it until it runs out. So I knew it was going to run out in March, and I was like, "Can I renew it?" And the website was like, "Yeah, you can do it online. Just wait till it expires." And then I waited, and they were like, "You have an appointment at the location for June." I was like, "So I don't have a license for 2 months."
Yeah.
And they were like, "You can use the receipt for the appointment." So my expired license and the printout of the thing is now, I guess, lets me drive or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
But I got arrested for Texas is like a mean ex-girlfriend. If you ignore her long enough, she'll come after you. I owed her something, and I stopped talking to her, and she was like, the hell hath no fury, like the Texas,
like Greg Abbott's
warrant
Texas
system. It was one of those roundup weekends. Oh, we're gonna round up everybody. Yeah.
So wait, did you get pulled over?
Yeah, I was speeding on Mopac.
You're speeding on Mopac, and they were like, "You got warrants."
One of the worst shit that's happened to me in my life has been on Mopac.
Really?
I rode as a piece of shit. My window exploded.
Yeah, your window exploded on Mopac.
I got arrested. My wife and daughter came to pick me up from being in jail, and they were like, "We'll get you right outside." And I was like, "No, meet me at Cheapo Discs because I made some friends in here, and I don't want them to see that we have an M3."
Right.
I didn't know who was getting out of the same. I traded a guy my socks for his ham sandwich.
Yeah.
He was trying to just take my socks, and I was like, "We can't have that.
Yeah.
You gotta give me something."
Started making prison deals and exchanges.
You
acclimated. Maybe you should have. Maybe you were. It was actually your destiny to just be a.
Dude, I'm so hard now. After 8 hours in jail, I'm a gangster.
Yeah.
Jail N-words.
Yeah. Yeah. But so it was the shitty bologna. It was like the worst bologna, the worst cheese, the worst bread they could and then it was a packet of mustard. It was like, and then it was little candy bars that are the worst candy bars that I've ever had. It was just terrible.
For a matter of hours, right? You didn't go overnight.
No, it was overnight. It couldn't have been much later than 10 p.m. when they got me because that was back whenever we used to go. All of the friends and their wives used to go hang out at strip clubs because that was fun.
Yeah.
And it was we were at Sugar's.
I'm cool wife. Like the funny mom?
Yeah.
I'm cool wife.
Yeah, the I'm cool wife. I like to go to strip clubs with my husband. Yeah, let's get a double dance.
4 days later, she corners him in the bathroom. Like, so what the fuck you looked at that bitch?
Yeah. That must be a nightmare.
Well, never again.
I was hanging out with a bunch of different people like at Sugar's, and I had to close my tab. They were like, this sucks here. Let's go to the Yellow Rose. And I was like, well, I got to close my tab. And they all left. And then I closed my tab, and I got out, and the lights of the parking lot were so bright I didn't realize I hadn't turned my headlights on yet. And then there was a stop sign right at the exit of the parking lot that nobody sees, and they always drive through. And I did that, and that's how they get you.
Oh, so you were already a bad boy. You were at the titty bar anyway.
Yeah, and we've been drinking for like 2 or 3 hours.
The Lord got you.
And I was like, I know I'm drunk whenever they pulled me over, but I wasn't actually over the legal limit. Ha 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 ha.
You didn't get arrested after your Mexican hand job. That's cool.
Yeah, I was afraid. That was one of the more scared times I've had. Because all I could think about was that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You're Googling,
where
can I get an STD from the hand?
On Thanksgiving, Will takes, what's his uncle's name? Uncle Phil, takes him to a massage place to get massages because like his back hurts. but it actually is a jerk off place. And so the ladies like take their clothes off, and then all of a sudden cops bust into the place.
Hell
and
yeah.
so Will and Uncle Phil get arrested on Thanksgiving for going to a jerk off place for like soliciting. That's all I could think of whenever we were going into the it was supposed to be like an Asian spa, but it was just like a Mexican chick that was there.
Speaking of black people, now that Trump is a felon, there's all these news articles saying that like he's trying to appeal to the black vote.
Yeah, he's our first black president
Just
now.
the most racist shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
That's worse than watermelon and front porches. You got arrested. I got arrested. We're brothers.
Yeah.
We're brothers of jail. Trump was going to get a face tattoo and make a rap album. I was trying to write a joke about docking and docksiders. Did you ever wear Sperry topsiders to church and stuff? Remember those shoes? The Yacht Bro shoes?
Not if they are from before 1988. That's about as far back as I remember.
They came back for this yacht rock thing.
Yeah.
But they're called docksiders or topsiders. And I was like, you have to wear your docksiders if you're going to dock each other and put your foreskin over another guy's foreskin. All those dudes are. There's something really gay about being a boat guy, a yacht bro. Because you're out in the middle of nowhere together. And it's like no rules on the ocean.
Yeah.
Did you see that pedophile guy that set everybody straight for Mad Max?
The pedophile guy that set everybody straight for Mad Max.
So one of the actors from Mad Max played a pedophile and was creepy towards Anyang Taylor-Joy.
Oh, really?
Anyang Taylor Korean Joy.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody yelled at him online just like that Yuffie thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're being a pedo. And even by portraying that, you're evil. And he was like, I just want to remind everybody how movies work.
Oh,
what
God.
fiction is.
Yeah, I'll have to look that one up.
That I was hired to play a role and be that character.
Yeah.
And talk to the people that paid me. Because that was... I didn't
Really?
know
People were mad at him for being a pedo in the movie, in his
Yeah.
character?
They're going to go after the guy.
Are we getting that retarded now?
Yeah, we've already got that
Yeah.
retarded.
Mad Max actor.
I
Oh,
was-
yeah. Well, no, it's that. Also, there was that little kid that like has the genetic disorder. He was in Mad Max and
Yeah.
Furiosa as one of the war boys, I guess.
Yeah.
And all I see is stuff about him.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was yesterday. It's blown away like so much chaff in
Yeah.
the wind.
Yeah, I wonder what your feed's giving you. Sometimes our feeds give us the same thing.
You know how people say if they get a home invasion, they feel violated and they don't feel like safe in their home anymore?
Yeah.
It'd be funny if a guy said that and then he was like, well, they also raped me.
Right.
I felt violated and I don't feel safe in my home.
I wonder if I wouldn't
Because
feel
of the robbery, but also because of the raping.
I wonder if I wouldn't feel safe in my home if somebody broke in and I shot them.
Yeah.
Or if I'd feel like even more badass and awesome in
I
my
could
home
just
and secure in my home.
feel
If like I killed a burglar,
Yeah.
then I think that I would be like, my house is impregnable. I am invincible. I will live forever.
And you get to
I've
murder
killed a
now.
man.
You got the bloodlust.
Yeah.
She's like, bring it on, someone else. You start
Yeah.
putting out come and taking flags out front.
Right. Yeah.
I want another one.
Yeah.
I would feel like lightning's not going to strike the same place twice, you know?
Yeah. Or maybe
Yeah.
word will get out amongst all the criminals. Like, don't go to that house. Batman lives there. Wait, Batman doesn't.
so you don't kill the
people.
guy.
Punisher lives there.
You
Yeah.
maim him and you send him back out into the
I
world.
brand him with a bat symbol on his face. So
Tell
was
your
it
friends.
on that shitty fucking
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman? Like Batman had gotten to the point where he was just branding criminals and
Yeah.
didn't care if he killed them or whatever.
He was dead. He was the darkest night.
Yeah.
Dork night.
Yeah.
I was watching this comedian on Netflix as a joke. It was a Hispanic guy, and he was joking about how his mother beat him with a wire. And then he took the wire from the mic and whipped it through the air. And he was like, you guys remember that noise? You remember? And everybody was really quiet. And it was like, nobody had your same trauma, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to do a whole character of somebody like that lists off horrible things that happened to him and try to commiserate with people. But
Yeah.
nobody... You remember when your auntie used to do sounding on your penis and called it the Snoopy game, right? Everybody?
Ugh. I don't even like
Everybody's
thinking
like,
about that. Yeah. Yeah.
We were talking about that with the tinges. If you could put
Yeah.
one of those rods in your dick hole and
Oh,
then hit the
God.
tinges,
Yeah.
then you could sound heal yourself from inside.
But so did he actually say tinges or did he say what the actual tinschwa or whatever those are?
I think in English that's
Tingschwa?
called
Tingshaw?
tinges or whatever he thinks they're called tinges.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in a leather pouch and they're handbells. He said it other
Yeah.
ways. And he's trying to trade for a rain stick. I think he's trying to do sound healing on his cancer.
Yeah, it might be.
Good luck, Steve Jobs. Doesn't
Yeah.
work for Andy Kaufman either.
So what's those tinges and what were we talking? What were we saying were the tinges? I can't remember.
They're handbells.
I mean, like before, like you
We're
were saying
gonna
that
do
they were the
sounding
tinges of
with it with your
sounding.
penis hole.
Yeah, sound. Ugh.
I found those. Adrian had never heard of that, so I found it. There's sounding kits on Amazon.
Oh God, no.
And you can see like the point of how narrow it has to get to go in, and then there's threading above it, so it has to like work its way. You have to twist it
like a screwdriver.
Yeah, it hurts
like
to look at it.
Yeah, I can't.
There's a whole set of different gauges.
Can't do that.
What kind of trauma did you go through that you did? That's what it takes.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
Who do you think the first pimp was in history? The first guy to go.
It was probably Grug the caveman.
Unga bunga.
He's probably the guy that all the cave women wanted to fuck, and so he constantly had them over, and then all the other dudes were mad, and he basically like, okay, you give me nuts and berries, I let you have
nut and berry in my life.
Yeah, Grugina or whatever, and then that's how it got started. That's the world's oldest profession.
Yeah.
So if prostitution is the world's oldest profession, then being a pimp has got to be like right behind it, right?
World's second oldest. Bitch, I'm from the world's second oldest profession.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's wife.
It was what happened is that the blackest of all the monkeys was like, I got all the bitches. I got all the bitches.
The Wukong.
Yeah. And you want the bitches, you got to give me some fruits and berries. Yeah.
The monkeyest.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
It was probably a guy whose wife fucked really good, and everybody's sitting around the fire, drunk, and he was like, "My wife does this, 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 and this," and all the other guys were like, "My fucking Grogina don't do that at my house."
Yeah.
How much you want for me to go and have a turn? Or you got to train your bitch to do all that shit. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
Or you could skip it and just pay the dude.
I had a nice long conversation today with my mom, and she said that she thinks that the devil is working through powerful people, and well, she did say megachurch pastors like Joel Osteen and stuff, but she also said it through like celebrities and musicians and things like that.
Yeah.
And I said, anytime I hear something like that, it makes me just say, "Okay, caveman, okay."
It was the sun.
Yeah, and
the sun is angry.
Yeah, and I told her that at one point people thought that the sun was a guy in a chariot flying across the sky.
We were on a turtle,
and she was like, had no idea about that. I was like, you had to have taken Greek mythology in high school, and she said she never had, but I think maybe she just doesn't remember Greek mythology because it's been part of the curriculum for like decades and decades and decades. If you went to school in the 70s, I know you read the Iliad and the Odyssey and all that. I mean, you did Greek mythology, right?
Yeah.
At some point.
Oh, I had to learn Greek to translate the Bible at seminary and stuff.
Oh, you did?
And Aramaic. That's why I learned that filthy rags shit.
I didn't know that you did that.
Yeah, that's part of all my classes. It's apologetics.
Wow.
You have to go back and you can see a lot of the intent was changed on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, right. That's what they always say.
Yeah, King James fucked to everybody.
Yeah.
He turned it into like an empire.
And we went over that. I said, you know why that you're a Christian, right? I was like, it's because, well, number one, it's because of the freaking Roman Empire. And number two, it's because King James wanted to divorce his wife and the Catholic Church said no. So that's where it came from. That's why we believe what we believe.
She needs to go to therapy and find out why she does the things that she does.
Yeah.
And she is the way that she is.
Yeah. What's making her feel the way she feels when she feels that way, and how it makes her do the thing that she does when she's doing that thing.
They hate science.
Yeah.
So much. But science has a method.
Yeah.
And you learn it in school and you go, okay, this is.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of a better way to make findings.
Yeah. And well, that's what she was saying. She was saying that I think things are so bad in the world because the devil has control, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, then what's God doing?
Yeah.
And I basically brought up the whole problem of evil to her, and she had no response for that. You know, like, I'm like, well, if God can do anything, then why does God let bad things happen? Yeah. And why doesn't he step in and punish people and make it to where they can't do things? Why doesn't he stop the devil? Yeah. You know?
The only evidence I've seen of anything like that is cruel coincidences.
Yeah, right.
Like really fucked up, like Requiem for a Dream-esque, Irvin Welsh, Chuck Palahniuk-esque, like really well-written M. Night Shyamalan turns of chance.
Yeah, right.
Where you're like, that has to be Loki. There has to be the devil.
Yeah, like that's what I've always said. The entire universe to me always seems to have this, like, you know, background laughing, mocking, ha ha, fuck you. I'm gonna make this to where this thing doesn't work. I'm gonna make it to where you're in traffic right at the time whenever there's like a rock that falls off of a thing and it breaks your windshield. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna fuck
get
you
pulled
up.
over right after you go to the titty bar.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna show you all these other people who never have these things happen to them. Ha ha ha. You know.
Tom Brady gets to fuck Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Tom Brady and freaking Taylor Swift and all those people who just like.
That's such an obvious publicity play. If you could, he can fuck anybody he wants. No, it's not him. It's who's the other guy that she's with?
So Kelsey. Yeah, it's Travis Kelsey.
You got your pick of the litter. Why would you not pick the sluttiest goth bitch? Like,
well, because it probably helps his brand. It's like Cum Hammer whatever.
So they're jerking each other
on South Park. It's like they probably have people in the background. They probably arrange relationships for all these people, right? They're basically just Indians. They're like,
it doesn't arrange matters. Start of the NFL.
Yeah.
That Travis Kelce must marry Taylor Swift.
Yeah. We will make so much of the oil money. We will reinvest, He's
going to go play for the Oilers.
Yeah.
Somebody on Reddit put, ask me anything, I'm a born-again Christian.
Yeah.
So I put, where in the body?
Yeah, where in the body's the soul. Yeah.
Did you see that?
I saw you posted it, but I didn't see.
So his response was, it's a spiritual body, which is a non-answer.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
They didn't answer tell me the fucking location.
Yeah. So
I said
that's
where,
what I said,
and you said how.
So like in a different dimension?
Yeah. Like, okay, we're doing fancy stuff now.
Is your soul the guy sitting at the computer, and are you the Sims guy that he's controlling?
So
is that what it is?
Say physical words with my mouth and make myself believe something with my dumb brain, and then my spirit is saved.
Yeah.
Through magic or what?
Yeah.
How does it? Show me the scientific method of how that. Confess our sins.
Yeah. Whenever I was walking the other day and I had the gummy, I started thinking about like something I would do to somebody that I was mad at, and then. I would just be like, okay, fine. And then whenever I died and I met God, I'd just spit in his face before he sent me to hell.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the thing that I was going to send me to hell was or whatever.
Let me get one more in before I burn forever. Plus, burning forever is, okay.
Eventually, you get used to it, right?
Yeah, you get tired of it.
Yeah.
And that's them using another euphemism of that's the worst thing they could think of.
Yeah, the worst pain is burning.
And then the other thing they say is it's complete and utter separation from God and the Holy Spirit, which that's earth.
Yeah,
like, there's nothing helping anybody here.
I would like to be separate from God and the Holy Spirit. Maybe that would make it to where, the light doesn't turn red every single time I get to it, so I have to wait through the entire cycle, and then the person in front of me doesn't go when the light turns green. That kind of stuff. Maybe if God was just away from me, and that wouldn't be arranged, right?
Well, your shit with God is the same like my shit with the government. If they gave a fuck, it wouldn't be this way. It's self-evident.
Yeah, right. It's self-evident.
It's not working.
Yeah, right.
It's flawed.
Yeah, you're being very self-evident right now, God.
God made us in his image, and we're flawed, so maybe he's a fucked up dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take a Lou Reed God. Fucking Velvet Underground guy in the sky. It's hard out there. I don't know. I've been through it. I'm on junk right now.
Yeah.
Goth God. Then Travis Kelce, he could give her I'm a goth angel. It's time for nerd news. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do some nerd news.
Holy Tifa's tits. Speaking of cosplay, the girl that you didn't like, that I also don't like, her name is Jedi Master Venestra, because they're naming them all after gay sex drugs now. It's the green-faced lesbian lady from Acolyte. She opened a door, but she waved her hand too late. She was on the other side of the door.
Oh, yeah.
And it opened. And as it was opening, she was going like that.
Yeah.
And it had a bunch of buttons next to it. It's in the Jedi temple. There's ways to open doors. Like, you don't have to be all fancy. So we were riffing on, like, a gay, fat, neckbeard nerd that, like, every time something goes his way.
Isn't there a gay, fat, neckbeard nerd Jedi?
Yes.
It's like now there's a big, fat Jedi.
Yeah. But it'd be funny if every time anything goes your way, right afterwards, you're like, yes.
Right.
You wave your hand like you did.
I made that happen. I made that happen. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a visual joke. Sorry, I was waving. We're doing the force.
You're doing you don't need to see his identification.
It's when you get your dick sucked at the end of a date, right after you come, you're like, yes. I've foreseen it.
Yeah.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen it. We were also talking about strong, independent single ladies. All those songs, like Madonna and En Vogue, that encouraged girls to be strong and independent.
Yeah, right.
The biggest In Vogue one, or the biggest Beyonce one, was all the single ladies.
Yeah,
Those are the independent girls. They're taking care of themselves.
yeah.
We have a bunch of married women that are acting like In Vogue, and it's like, you have somebody paying all your fucking bills.
Right.
You don't get to act like Madonna if you have a sponsor.
Yeah. Well, my favorite ones are the ones that, you know, they really take all that into their personality, but then they also complain about how hard they have it. It's like, you don't have it that hard. It's not that, like,
I have 2 days off.
they have you convinced.
You have all the days off.
Yeah, they have you convinced that things are so horrible for you, but it's very much like a mass it's narcissistic, but it's also kind of self-pitying.
Yeah.
Oh, things are so hard for me. Oh, because I'm a woman.
Yeah, everybody's having a trauma contest.
Yeah.
I'm more fucked up.
Yeah.
You haven't been through it like I've been through it.
Yeah.
But it's all relative. The worst thing that happened to you is always going to be the worst thing that happened to you.
So if I figured out a way to cause World War III and wipe out the majority of the human race, does that mean that I'm the most fucked up? Is that how can we agree that if I fulfill my lifelong goal of causing the extinction of the human race, that I am the most fucked up? I think I'm actually the least fucked up, because I think it's the human race that's fucked up, man.
We had a pastor in church when we were little where people were saying, he was feeling a vibe of the church that people were one-upping each other about who's better than who.
Yeah.
And all this judgment. There was bad vibes in the congregation. So he made a graph and he was like, here's Jesus and here's Hitler.
Yeah.
And here's you. You're not
Nice.
Jesus. You're
Nice,
not Hitler.
yeah.
But we're all in this shit in the middle.
Yeah.
So you're fighting like crabs.
That's actually pretty good.
And no one's going to get to the top.
Yeah.
And you're never going to be as bad as Hitler, because there's not 6 million Jews left.
Yeah.
They killed them all.
Yeah.
So we watched the Gangster Party line. I can't believe you've never seen that before. I sent it to Heath. He was laughing at the Bone Spurs.
Yeah, I'd never.
That's not even a Trump reference. It's from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah,
When did he
well,
say
Bone
that?
Spurs was a thing for years, for saying that's an easy way to get out of Vietnam or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's you have a few of those old ones that I just somehow never saw, or maybe you were looking at different shit than me 20 years ago. But
Because you were a baby.
I was
was
on
a
the
man.
internet in 1996. We talked about this the other day.
It's 5 years. You're not in the same bracket of me as high school, so we're not.
Yeah,
equal.
well, it's
I'm Hitler and
Yeah.
you're Jesus.
yeah, it's like I'm 8 and you're only 5, so I'm smarter than you
Baby
and
now.
I'm cooler than you and I'm the leader
I'm the landlord.
because I am 6 years older than you.
You haven't seen what I've seen. Those years
Jesus.
from 1 to 6 were horde.
Yeah.
Horde dork years. You weren't there.
All right, I've got to grab one of my pepperoni rolls. You want a pepperoni roll?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, let's stop the recording for a minute and be right
Okay.
back.
Sup, nigga? You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
You wanna sell that shit? Call these motherfuckers ASAP.
Yeah, I said some shit. What? Man, fuck you and your bone spurs.
The hardest niggas is standing by, ready to pick up that phone. Buff niggas, dark niggas, Asian niggas, white niggas.
Suck my dick, bitch. Fuck you.
1213-373-4253.
Just dial, nigga, I'll fuck you up.
Deaf niggas, classic niggas, racist niggas, mystery niggas, psycho niggas, dog niggas, Jewish niggas.
You got some motherfucking nerds calling me out Shabbat on some little bullshit ass nigga. Better calm that shit down and come around here and show me some fucking respect before me and my Jewish niggas come up here and beat your ass, nigga. Off top.
Niggas is talking shit. Call now.
$4.99 per minute.
And we're back, and guess who's with us? Jason's come back for the second half of the recording.
I don't know how I feel about being a ringer for this podcast, though.
Yeah.
I feel a little. I think I need a little more more kickbacks.
We
and
need
stuff.
we need your expertise.
So I just got banned from TikTok because some of the horrible things you said last year when you were on here.
Oh, you did? I'm
sorry,
sorry.
all of our listeners. It's going to be clean TikTok uploads for until September because of Jason's filthy boy, dirty boy mouth.
I do have a dirty boy mouth, that's for sure.
I was wondering where all the boys were.
We're having a fire drill here.
What'd you think of the Xbox show today?
Surprisingly decent. Yeah, it was fine. I think it needed to be what it needed to be for those that are just like Xbox only.
Yeah, the failing New York
Not
Times.
many of those.
Xbox is the failing New York Times of the video game industry.
Yeah,
It's
I
print
mean, if
media.
you dip your toes into other consoles, I don't know how you'll feel, but I mean, Doom Dark Age looked good. I mean, it's medieval Doom, so basically it's Hexen, which that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Delta,
Yeah,
Metal
let's
Gear
see.
Delta looked like it got a little bit of a visual downgrade. Everybody's pumped about the
You think
animations from 5, but the last trailer looked almost like Dark Souls remaster quality. Like the foliage and everything.
Yeah,
it looks like they kind of stepped it down a little bit.
The one today definitely had some hitch to it. It definitely needs some optimization, and it could be because it's on, I don't know, not because it's on Xbox software instead. I don't know. But I'm still gonna play it because I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably one of the top 10 games of all time. So
Yeah, it was exciting to see the intro again with all the upgrades.
yeah, and every time I see like new like footage of it, and I'm like, oh, it's good.
I think I played that on PSP. Wasn't it on PSP, or there was a version of it on PSP?
They put it everywhere, man. They put it they put it on the Vita, which it ran okay.
They put it on Tubi. They put it on Hulu.
They put it on graphing calculator.
They put it on the
the
TurboGrafx
TI-83.
They put it on the
Doom,
Atari Phantom Jaguar.
Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was good. The Perfect Dark trailer. I was expecting nothing. I got something.
You got a chin that could cut glass.
I'm with Clay. I wanted to see Everwild. I've been looking for that game for fucking 9 years or whatever. So
who's working on Everwild right now?
Rare. They announced it during.
Rare's still working on it.
Yeah, they announced it when they announced the Xbox Series. And it looked rad, and then it changed, and I don't know what's going on with it, but it looked like a really good idea for a game, just a whole new world, all new creatures and everything.
It won't be not weird to me that, or it will never be not weird to me that that Rare's not working on the new Perfect Dark, but Crystal Dynamics is, which I'm not opposed. I'm hoping, I haven't seen any sign of it, it's going to be some microtransaction, Avengers type, or the B tier Avenger bullshit kind of thing.
In Perfect Dark until you pay more, and then it's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
The dark isn't perfect yet. It's imperfect, and you have to pay more.
Yeah, but
I'm getting suckered into Alan Wake right now with that bonus shit they did the other day.
Yeah.
To upgrade to the Ultimate Edition of Alan Wake 2, because it looks like a replayable.
Yeah, I did. That was the one thing that came out of this weekend, is that I was able to actually pre-order a physical copy of Alan Wake, not the $200 version, but just the straight up one with like all the DLC and stuff. So that was nice.
Part 2?
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, and it comes with the first Alan Wake, which I tried to play, which I guess I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and sit down and play it.
Isn't that one of those games where you just kind of walk around and look at things?
There's some.
Yeah, I played like an hour and a half of it. The remastered version just came out.
Slow horror.
It was very. What's the word? I don't know. It kind of bored my shit. But the new one was like the Wake 2, from what I've seen, is just so off the wall that
I liked it.
I have to play Control. I kind of have to play it.
I just got it because it looks so pretty, and then they confirmed that Control is in the same universe.
Yes. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Oh shit! Yeah, but it's funny because there's a lot of stuff about this Silent Hill 2 remaster or whatever. It's a complete. I guess assume it's a ground up remake, right?
Revenge of the Uggamugs. Yeah, we had a Fable trailer today too. Speaking of Uggamugs.
Yeah, speaking of Uggos, it's really making me want to go find a copy of Silent Hill 2 on PS2 and play it on my retro corner, right? Because I never really played Silent Hill 2 on PS2.
So Silent Hill 2 right now in the aftermarket. This will tie into the next story I'll tell later. But on the aftermarket right now, it's going for about I think 160 to 200 right now.
Good God! Just for
It's
a physical copy of the PS2.
For a physical copy.
Oh my God!
Silent Hill 1 goes for around 160. I saw it at Game Over this weekend, which that's a story too. I saw it at Game Over this weekend for 260.
Yeah, well, Game Over. Remember, didn't I post that where they're trying to sell 4 swords for the GameCube for like $300? Yeah,
something stupid like
Yeah.
that. They're
I don't
totally
buy
fleecing
things
their-
at Game Boys. It's internet prices plus at least 20% markup.
Oh yeah. They're definitely catering to the suckers for sure.
Game over
But,
your wallet.
No shit.
So so what did you do this weekend? You said you went to Game Boys.
Yeah.
Over,
So the big thing I'm working on right now, collection wise, right now, is that I'm trying to track down. Well, it started out I wanted to track down like some like games that were kind of like, I don't want to say hidden. Well, I guess obscure, kind of like good games on PS1 that I was looking for. So I started down that route. I picked up. Have you ever played the game Apocalypse starring Bruce Willis for the PS1?
I remember it. I think didn't you used to have that or something? And you,
I didn't used to
Sounds like one of
have
your
it.
prank
But I
gifts.
always wanted to play it.
I thought we.
It's
Oh
about
no,
the
no,
same
we played the
creators.
Die Hard trilogy at your house. That was what we played.
Yeah,
That
Die
was
Hard
an
trilogy.
arcade
yeah,
shooter.
which is that's stupid fun too.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
Does the
So, but this was a game that he starred in. Like they were like the whole thing's a Bruce Willis joint.
is it Armageddon or
Yeah,
Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
So it's not Armageddon.
No, the Armageddon was the one where the giant meteor was coming. It's the
Yeah.
size of Texas. There.
Yeah.
That, Apocalypse is the one
its
where
own thing.
he's like fighting the 4 horsemen of hell in the future.
Oh,
on
cool.
PS1.
Darksiders.
So is it like a digitized version of his face or something? Like, is it his
Yeah,
voice?
and if you
Is
play PS1 games, you know exactly what it's looking like. It's like weird, like transposed face on like
yeah,
blocky
like
ass
golden eye
gold.
looking shit. Yeah.
But
Jason, did you ever get into Bad Boys? Did you watch those?
I didn't get into Bad Boys.
Yeah,
It
neither
wasn't my
did we.
vibe.
It's funny how Will Smith is trying to do human things now to push the movie. He's like, I'm a person. Look, I'm going to. He watched it with everybody. He did Hot Ones. He's like, I'm sorry for
Oh yeah,
punching Chris
he
Rock.
did
Look,
that
I'm a
with-
normal guy.
He made $56 million this weekend.
It's
so
like an
that's-
alien trying to mix in. I am human. Look at
He's
me.
back. We're back, baby. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Bad Boys
Me
for
and-
life. And it's Bad Boys Ride or Die instead. Maybe it's the last one. I don't
That
know.
was- yeah,
I like
it's
Martin
Ride or
more.
Die.
I'm more of a Martin fan than a Will Smith fan.
Yeah, I always thought
love
Martin
Martin.
Lawrence was dumb and liked Will Smith because he was cool in the Bad Boys. Like, I thought that Will Smith was the cool one. I mean, he is the cool one in those. I was like, I was before the slap and all that stuff even happened. I was like, I wonder if if Will Smith is ever like, man, what happened? I used to be so cool. Everybody thought I was cool, and now they think I'm lame.
What happened?
Because like it was like whenever he did After Earth and some of those, like he made some bad movie choices, and then he just kind of started getting lame and annoying. But back when we were like in high school, we all thought Will Smith was the coolest guy in the world. Of course,
Yeah,
we were
he
all
was-
white kids.
He was
'Cause,
like,
like
the Michael Jordan of Hollywood.
Yeah, he was definitely one of those like appeal to the white crowd.
He was our
guys.
black guy. Not in a possessive way,
Yeah,
but as
right.
like we like him.
Yeah, he's our black guy. Yeah.
Speaking of
Not
black,
you're trying
black
to say,
myth
what you're trying to say
Wukong,
is not in a Civil War sense, right? Like,
what kind of American are you? Did you watch that yet, Jason?
which one?
The Civil War?
No, I'm waiting on it to come on video. I think it's out now. isn't it?
Yeah, it's up on streamers.
I put on Godzilla -1 or whatever that is today, and
Good for
I
you.
just
It's
started
so
it, but then I
fucking
got busy doing some other stuff, so I need to actually sit down and watch it.
That's such a Kingdom Hearts title. Why do they need to put equations in the
Yeah.
name of the thing?
I guess is there a reason why it's called Godzilla -0 or
It's like
whatever?
episode 0, like it's a
Because
prequel to a
technically it's-
prequel.
Well, technically, I guess if you want to go timeline wise, it would be the first like
It's before the
Godzilla
first.
was like in the 1950s,
Yeah.
before the first Godzilla movie. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Did you see the
Well, it's fucking rad. Highly recommend it. Watch it.
Did you see the
enjoy it.
fancy edition of Black Myth Wukong with all the cool stuff?
Which one is it? What?
Black Myth Wukong, the monkey game. The monkey
The
went
one
to
where it's like
the wave to
one
the
where
east.
it's like we don't have it. We'll sell you a physical copy, but in its place, we're going to give you an IOU until it's ready. Right?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
And then they have all
I saw
kind of
it.
cool
Oh,
stuff with it. They have bells. You can buy. You get a bell. You get all kind of gadgets.
See.
I have to send you these voicemails. I have this guy, family friend, calling my house. He has dementia. He's looking for his tinges. He thinks that we have some. He's got dementia, and he thinks we have something of his. So he's been calling once a month about his tinges. But I'll text you the MP4s. It's pretty hilarious. And
What's a tinge?
It's a hand bell.
It's no, it's hand symbols. It's like Buddhist hand symbols, like the finger symbols, you know.
Oh, okay.
But that's not actually what they're called. They're called
Tingsha.
Tingsha.
Are the little like mechanical monkey clappers? You know, those little mechanical.
Yeah,
No, they're
yeah, but
two-
they're for your fingers.
They're two cylinders on a rope. and you
Tinsha bells, like Tibetan Tinsha bells.
just bring them up and down with your
And so I guess
fingers.
he says it's Tinsha, but do you have my Tinshas?
And
But
he
it sounds like tinges to
keeps
us.
calling my wife. He sounds drunk. He's like, "Hey, Christian, I was wondering if you have my tinges."
Yeah, and he just keeps saying it over and over.
And then Black Wukong comes with handbells, and I was like, "It's following me. Tinges are following
Yeah.
my life."
It's funny. That's what happens, I guess, when old Austin hippies get dementia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They start taking
They
inventory.
They start wanting, like saying they'll trade a rain stick for their tinches.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We're like scared to call him back because we don't want to crush his heart and his dreams.
Right.
Jason, do you play Starfield still?
No, I played it that like 2 hours with Donnie and Robert
Okay.
like, when it first came out, and then that was it. And it was only because we were trying to figure out ways to like break the game and like break the ship and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
Apparently they fixed it and they're
They're
adding stuff and it's better now. I'm gonna try again.
I
I put a lot of hours into that.
Oh, maybe let them No Man's Sky it. How about they have it to where you can take off from the planet and fly into space?
Star Wars Outlaws is gonna have that.
I bet it's just you click on a fast travel thing too.
Yeah, but she can't get her face prettier.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they fixed Diablo 4. Like I played it last year when it came out and put I think 30 hours into it and beat the play it on single player, and
Okay.
it was fine. It was no Diablo 3.
What was wrong with it that needed to be fixed? The microtransactions?
They were doing that seasonal like
Yeah.
that bullshit pass
Event
stuff.
pass.
Street Fighter does it too. It doesn't get a pass, but at least it gives you the good shit up front instead of like making you grind. for it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Our
But-
friend of ours, our friend was telling me that Diablo 4, he's been playing it a bunch because like of the new update is awesome or something. But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll decide I want to click a bunch.
Did anybody watch the Fable trailer today? Did it have gameplay?
I'm not. I'm not gonna watch the ugly.
She's from behind.
Yeah, I watched.
Who cares?
I watched it.
Ugly.
I watched it. It's I mean, it's kind of
Fugligate 2024.
It's gonna
last-
flop. It's not going to do good. I can just tell.
We'll see. I mean, it was very the novelty.
Well, the other
of
thing is that
first
games with ugly chicks don't ever do well, no matter what. If an ugly chick
Returnal did good.
or a non-white chick is on the cover of the game, it doesn't sell. That's why there's a thief game that had a black lady as the main character and her face was on the front and like nobody bought it. It's like you can't get rid of the systemic racism.
It's like a homeless guy. Give me your money or you're racist.
Are you thinking Dishonored or Thief?
Oh, it was Dishonored. Yeah, it was Dishonored. That third one or that expansion or whatever, it had man, I'm doing terrible at this. It just did not sell at all, and that was one of the things that like the people say. They're like, our analytics show us that you can't do that or nobody will want to buy it.
Speaking of fugly bitches, I played Heavenly Sword.
What's
Anyway.
with the trick like odd like designed like female characters lately? Like back to let's go back to Silent Hill real quick. I showed a friend Silent Hill. I was like, man, I don't know. Silent Hill's weird. This is a weird character choice with the. It was the girl at the beginning, you know, I guess we'll call it
Hatchet face
frumpy.
lady.
No, I'm not-
Yeah,
did like the frumpy thing, kind of like a David Duchovny.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
And then she kind of sounded like one of the little rascals, and I showed it to a friend of mine, and they were like, "Is the character in the original game a pre-op transvestite?" And
yeah,
I was
right,
like,
right.
No, they're not.
If you don't buy it, you're racist against ugly women. They're a race now.
Right, they're a race now. It's really. I mean, it's to the point where it's like it's becoming self-evident. I was just telling Josh that I really like the term self-evident from the Declaration of Independence because it's something you can tell people that they are being incredibly self-evident. Yeah. Like, I see what you're doing. You can't deny it, but we see what you're doing.
It's an own goal from soccer.
Yeah, and it's and it's the whole, they do not want to make a character that is classically beautiful.
Stellar Blade is like we're crying into our $1 billion bills.
Yeah.
Over here.
I mean, look at how much they hate Stellar Blade,
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, it's kind of just this weird thing. It's either you can either have someone look like a pinup or something like that, or like what's it? I wouldn't say classically beautiful, but kind of like all like made up, like on Stellar Blade or something like that, or like many games from like the previous years and stuff like that. Or it's like there's no middle. There's not like there's normal looking people. Right?
Yeah,
maybe they fired the developers and they didn't finish.
Not everyone looks like a Korean air stewardess.
Right. And well, the other thing is their reactions whenever it's pointed out also tell you a whole lot too, right? The way that they react to anybody saying, "Why is every chick ugly?"
Yeah, you don't have to do that. That's just bad design.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the trailer for...
it's bad design because they fired the dev teams because they hired too many DEI consultants and they never finished rendering the face. So they're all going to be ugly because they didn't get to finish their fucking job.
Yeah, yeah.
But
we don't care what it looks like you're fired.
Take a look at Diablo, the Diablo 4 expansion today. The character in that ties into the initial Diablo 4. So I'm pumped for that because that picks up on a story that was really interesting in the first part of Diablo 4. But also look at like the characters in, I guess they showed that trailer for Mixtape, and then they showed the trailer for Life is Strange. Those are, and even like Indiana Jones, those are normal people looking ladies and stuff like that, right? It's not badly designed. It's just like the Silent Hill thing was just like, it's just a badly designed model. It's just not.
And why? Why is it always
said, like,
women models? Why is it always? Was it never like weird, messed up looking dude models? Right.
Well, some companies are learning their lesson. Bud Light learned their lesson. They used to use bikini bitches to sell beer, and then they had the trans girl, and everybody got mad. And they're like, "Sorry, Shane Gillis, it's okay. We prefer the bros back."
Oh, jeez. Yeah. But I mean, if you look at some of it, I mean, it is. You can, and I don't hate playing this like game of like, it's not cute, it's not. I hate that, but it's not so much that, so much it's just a bad character design. It's like it's like it felt unfinished. Like even the Perfect Dark, I saw the cover had like the jaw for cracking shellfish or whatever like that.
Yeah.
It would be funny if
were fine on her. I didn't mind, but some of them like you like kind of just pause her or something like that. It's kind of. Very much, it feels work in progress.
Yeah.
What if everybody gets mad about the face, and then it's a third-person game, and it comes out, and she's got a great ass? Everybody's like, "Oh, that's okay. I'm looking from the back anyway. I don't care."
If I'm looking through the Microsoft stuff today, I'll give Fable a shot just because if it's going for like the British kind of style of humor and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got the guy from It Crowd.
Eidos Montreal is helping on it, which they did Deus Ex and stuff. Yeah. So, I like playground games. Like Forza Horizon 5 is probably one of the best arcade races ever made. So on that alone, I'll give it a shot. Now, whether it will hold up or it is, like stupid pandering shit, we'll find out.
I played 1, 2, and 3, so I'll get
If it's gonna be on Game, it's gonna be on Game Pass. So give it a shot.
I have
Mixtape looked good.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones looked great, but that's from Machine Games, and if you haven't played the Wolfensteins by then, you need to because they're fucking amazing.
So on consoles?
When do you guys have time to do this? I've been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth for
You're
4
gooning.
months.
You're too busy gooning for 8
hours. I'm gooning FF7
Yeah,
Reboot.
exactly.
We live with our wives. We can't goon for 8 hours.
And finish the game, you'd play more games.
But I played it for 120 hours. And I'm still like, I'm getting to the end now. I just got through the gold saucer, the second gold saucer thing where now we have to go to the ancient temple or whatever. But but I've it takes forever to do all these things, and I guess I could play for 8 hours a day for 3 weeks straight and really beat some big ass games.
Who was y'all's friend on the Discord that didn't like this game because of all the slow walking? Was that?
I don't know if it was
somebody on Vidger Games.
Was Jacob.
Was it Jacob or was it Wes? I don't know. Well, Wes just got the first one, Yeah,
he didn't like the slow walking, and that's what Heavenly Sword has a buttload of slow walking at the beginning. It's like you have to earn the fun for an hour.
This game's only 5 hours. We got to make sure you earn every penny of it.
I never played the first one because they were like, the reviews were like, this is a fascinating commentary on what it feels
Are you
like to
talking
be
about Hellblade?
insane. Heavenly Sword.
Nah, Heavenly Sword.
Yeah,
Heavenly
Hellblade. You're
Sword-
right. Sorry, that's the same.
Yeah,
people.
Heavenly Sword's the one with the chick that does all the crazy sword.
Yeah, that was the same
acrobatics.
developer. I mixed them up.
Hinwa,
Yeah, it's like 2 hours
Sinwa
long.
2, whatever. Yeah.
No, they made Hellblade, or they made Hellblade 2, and it's free, so I tried it, and it was like walk over there, and there's all these voices in your head, and there's a warning. This game depicts digressions of psychosis. If you're sensitive to, like, if you're already feeling voices in your head, you probably shouldn't play the game.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to play that or not. Man.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a very welcoming experience.
That's a hard sell. What if I already have voices?
Right. Was it Avowed? I need to watch a trailer again, but it looked like that's coming along. It's Obsidian. If I think Outer Wilds gets shit, but I liked it.
I know. I heard Outer Wilds. Everybody says Outer Wilds is good.
That's fun. I liked it.
It is.
It
I think
was
it got
like
some
$5.
shit, but
And it's
one
actually
of those
people are
things-
saying it's one of like the most underrated games in the past like several years.
It is. It is. It's one of the reasons why I keep my Series X because it's fucking good. But yeah, I think they tried to lump it. They fucking hate like the stupid videos on YouTube. It's like this is woke shit. I don't care, whatever, But they tried to lump it in with that. But actually, there's like
Tried to lump it in with what? You were muffled a little bit.
They were trying to lump it in with that old, this game's woke and commentary.
I thought it was Outer Worlds that everybody said was woke, and Outer Wilds is the one that everybody says was good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Outer Worlds. That's what I played.
Right.
Sorry.
No, I heard that Outer Worlds was stupid, but everybody says that Outer Wilds, which is like I think kind of a procedurally generated spaceship game or whatever.
Yeah, that one's different.
Everybody said that's like one of the most underrated games.
It's very indie.
Recently.
It's
yeah.
cute. It's
like
fun.
an indie game. Yeah.
It's like the Marcel, the shellfish of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll give Avowed a shot. I personally like the Outer Worlds.
Wasn't it just like another one of those where like Outer Worlds is just one of those where every single person's gay or something like?
Not what I played. There was like one line of story that you could proceed if you want to. It was optional and stuff.
Yeah,
but
maybe
it wasn't.
I definitely remember a
wasn't
lot
like
of like the developers and the people at that studio were very pronouns in the bio. And
Donnie, are you gonna play Lego Horizon Zero Dawn?
Is there a Lego Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, it looks cool. It's a 2-player co-op, so we can stream it.
Yeah.
Same couch, and it's got that style of graphics where you can tell they're toys, like you can see the seams of plastic.
Yeah, right.
Like during all the Lego Star Wars and all of those games, they were trying to make them have like hair.
Yeah,
and,
right.
like,
And she doesn't have the stupid alloy face because it's a
but
Lego.
there's no titty
So
meat
there you
though. She's got a Lego chest.
Yeah.
You got to deal with that, Donnie.
Well, you can't. They definitely made it to where you can't see her boobs in the game normally anyway because she's such a strong female character. You can't.
I did see they're doing a prequel to Gears of War, which I like Gears of War. That's probably one of the best gameplay centric games out there.
Gears of War is the
I'll give that a
Chevelle of
shot.
video games.
What's that?
Gears of War is the Chevelle of video games.
Is it
They're like,
Pontiac?
yeah.
Oh,
No, the band.
The band, yeah.
This is butt rock.
Yeah.
It's butt rock the video.
Proto
yes,
metal,
it is very
new
much
metal,
butt
butt
rock
rock.
the video game.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
yeah.
I have that. I played the tactical one. That was good. The Gears of War.
Yeah.
What was it? I can't remember what it was called. Where you take turns hiding behind stuff and run. Do you remember what that was called? Was it Gears of War Tactics?
Yeah, what game it is.
It was like the Halo Wars version of Gears of War, where you set up the field.
Oh, Gears Tactics.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember
Thank
that. Yeah. Cool.
Tactic game.
I haven't played that one. I heard it was good though.
This is hard.
Horizon Zero Dawn looks really good. The Lego one, the graphics look amazing. It's beautiful, and I'm looking forward to. There's base customization. You can make it a little town, your own little town, and you can be a hot dog. You don't have to be Aloy. You can have any suit you want. You're just in the Horizon.
Save the world one hot dog at a time. I look forward to that.
I started following this podcast called Seeking Derangements because they're friends with all the ones we like. And they have a bunch of funny memes on Twitter. So I was like, let's check out the podcast. It's 3 gay guys, and their voices are gay enough for me to not want to listen to it. I realized my line for what's okay with gay shit is I cannot listen to an hour of 3 gay guys talking. Like, it's so performative. It's like, hey guys.
Was it super catty or anything like that, or all of any other tropes?
Yeah, I mean,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's funny. Their social media memes are funny because you can't hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big week for video game news, and there's still Ubisoft Forward tomorrow. That's going to have another Outlaws trailer with gameplay.
Yeah,
I was
Assassin's
watching
Creed.
the thing today, and I saw the and then like there was this really awesome samurai looking game, and I was like, oh, that looks badass. And it said Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm like, god damn it!
Are you playing Rise of the Ronin, Jason?
I am not. I am trying to
It's
find
huge.
the
It's
next
so
game I
huge.
want to play. It's good.
Yeah, it's really big and huge and fun. You can invent stuff and get better guns, and there's a hang glider, and you can go back and do all the boss fights from wherever if you find a dojo. And
I tried playing Paper Mario, the remake, and it just worked. It's not a bad game. It just did not. Like, I was not in the mood for it, I guess. It wasn't meant for me, I guess. I don't know.
Did you play it back when it was out and for GameCube?
No, I didn't have a chance back in the day.
So I played Mario and Luigi, like whatever that game for the Game Boy Advance was. That was kind of like that.
I like that.
So I thought that maybe I would like it, but I don't want to. I've got 15 other things I need to play before I even start. I still need to play Super Mario RPG. I haven't even opened it. I have the physical copy.
Oh,
I haven't
really?
even opened it.
Play that after you get done with Final Fantasy. That'll be a good palate cleanser.
Yeah, I should.
It's amazing. So that I did like. What else did they show this week? I'm looking at the handy list of things on Polygon of everything they showed. What is it? Did y'all see anything from the stuff this week? Like during they had the state of play this week, or was that last week? No, it was last week. I don't think we've talked since then. But
the state of play had those 2 more. Or it was the Where Winds Meet. It was that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon game with wind fighting. And then the other one, there's another Soulsy one that's similar with big supernatural enemies that looks good. They just dropped 10 minutes of gameplay today. Everybody's trying to ride Ghostos.
Are you gonna play Infinity Nikki when it comes out? You can dress up your Zelda character.
Dress up your Jigglies.
I'm playing Nikkei on my phone already anyway. So I'm already
No, different game. This one's called Infinity Nikki with an I.
What? Okay.
Yeah, go look it up.
Dress up the women.
It looks like you're going to be the worst thing ever.
Hold on, let me get my penis out. They're both with an I? Infinity like the car, or TY?
It's like, let's see. Are you asking me how to spell it, or what are you asking me?
How do you spell infinity? Is that with an I too?
No, spell infinity with a Y and spell Nikki with an I.
That's a child.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was like. This is either going to be the worst thing ever, or maybe the worst thing ever. I can't decide.
Is it lolly? Is it pedo stuff?
It kind of was. It's like a weird. It's like what if they made Breath of the Wild, but for I don't know. It's kind of like
creepy,
this weird,
creepy hikimoris.
Yeah, go look it up. See what you think of it. It seemed very creepy to me, but yeah. But the only thing I saw that was amping me up was it Astrobot's coming, which fucking Astrobot. Monster Hunter Wilds looking good, and then
my 14-year-old daughter went to a sleepover last night with the older girls, and I asked them how they were doing, and they sent a picture of them all covered in shaving cream in bikinis jumping in the pool. And I was like, prank caller. You're not affiliated with me. I don't know. It's not my phone. I need a VPN. I didn't look at it. Just yes or no. Are you having fun? Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, you're in the system now, dude. Sorry. It's over. You had a good run.
Yeah. Are you having Budweiser commercial fun? That sounds like it.
So it's been the interim since we haven't. I think when's the last time we talked? Did we talk before I went to Vegas? I think we did.
Yeah. I think it was before that because you called in remotely again the last time.
That's right. Yeah, I was the call. You know,
Jason, I wrote a Mitch Hedberg joke. You want to hear it?
Let's do it.
You like Mitch Hedberg?
I do like Mitch Hedberg.
What would you do if you were in a coma?
What?
That's the joke. It sends your mind in circles because you can't do anything when you're in a coma.
Yeah, what would you do if you're in a coma? Yeah.
What would you do if you were in a coma?
You got me.
People trying to answer, and you're like, "Shut up." That was it. That was the whole joke. We're doing cerebral aviator stoned comedy with long hair.
Yeah.
I like it. So do you want to hear about the Vegas adventures?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell
We
me
went
about
on?
Vegas.
There's
Yeah.
not much. So yeah, we went to Vegas to see Pearl Jam because they ain't coming to Texas anytime soon. So it was kind of the opportunity to. My sister wanted to go see him. She'd never been to a Pearl Jam show, so I was like, let's fucking go. Let's do it. We've had a shit year in the family, so let's go do something,
We
right?
deserve a treat.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of just walked around. We kind of just looked, just kind of did a few things. So the big highlight was.
Was the Trump thing there when you were there, or was it a long time ago?
Nah, it was a long time ago.
Okay.
Like I think the Trump stuff was like this past weekend or something like that. So, but we get there and like my sister's like, I want to go eat at Guy Fieri's Flavor Town restaurant.
Yeah, right.
I was like, okay, let's go. So when we went to Vegas a couple years ago, it was like
The hash
I
browns
don't
have
know,
frosted tips.
maybe he had like 2 restaurants or something like that. I don't know, but one of them was like outside the link. It was like there ain't nothing like eating trash can nachos in 115
Yeah,
degree weather.
on the Vegas desert.
Not
right,
idea.
Right.
So this one was like this was in like the Horseshoe Bay Casino, which we were staying at Planet Hollywood this time, and it was literally like up the street. So we walked up the street. Lots of possible influencers, a lot of people freestyle rapping, a lot of religious cults.
What's up? I'm outside of Mothership.
Yeah, a lot of people waiting to get into Kill Tony, right?
Yeah, pretty much, right? And it's just like they're gonna make it. It's like watching. It was like watching Showgirl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Minus all the creepy sex shit. You know what I mean? But just all the people, I'm gonna make it.
Oh no, there's plenty of creepy sex shit going on with all those desperate people. I bet they're probably whoring out their holes for money to survive.
Hand, hole, or mouth.
Probably huge pedos, or whatever.
So y'all,
that's English, not pedophile, pedophile.
Jason, did you go see any stand-up comedy while you're there, or did you happen upon it?
Nah.
Sometimes it just gets in your way while you're walking around. There's just stand-up comedy in the way in Vegas.
Oh yeah, it's like like Eddie Griffith has like his own thing, like all the like the all like the cheesy
the residency people,
Carrot Top, Penn and
the residency people. Oh yeah, they're everywhere, dude. Shania Twain was actually playing, like she had a show in our hotel that night.
Shania Twain.
I almost wanted to go see her, but his tickets like $200. Okay.
My ears would have been burning. Like I'd have been. Yeah. My ears would all of a sudden start hurting, and I'm like, Jason must be at a Shania Twain concert.
That's right.
So was it just one Pearl Jam show, or was it more than one?
There were 2, but we just went to one. You know what I mean? Because it was at the MGM Grand, and it was not idea for a concert venue, But But anyway,
they weren't in the Sphere.
Did you see the Sphere? Did you look at the Sphere?
Yeah, you didn't go to do anything in the Sphere.
We passed by it. It was like the Dead were playing that weekend, so it had all like the Grateful Dead accoutrement on the Sphere,
Right.
So, but yeah, we went to the Horseshoe Bay and we went to the Guy Fieri Flavor Town thing, and first of all, like it was the aesthetic was kind of weird this time. It was like on one wall it was all sports, which you'd expect at a sports bar. We were like there like 8:30 at night, but it wasn't like a packed crowd or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it was fine. And the other wall, it's like all like diners, drive-ins, and dives, guys, grocery games, all of his, like multimedia empire and stuff. And
right.
So we're sitting there and we're like, okay, well, let's get something to drink. So I was like, I'll just get like a, vodka lemonade or something. They bring it to you in a crystal glassware Guy Fieri head. I shit you not.
Nice.
Did you take pictures of it?
It's like Indiana Jones.
I think I don't know if I had the picture or not. But
Fresh monkey brains.
Like, bring me a flagon of meat in Guy Fieri's head.
Yeah.
Very Conan the Barbarian,
Fresh monkey brains.
So, we ate. I had like, what was it? I think it was like this weird concoction of like, it was a fried chicken breast, with bacon, cheese.
Of course.
I guess he calls it donkey sauce or whatever.
Yeah,
he calls it,
right.
you know.
What? That's gross.
And then it's like macaroni and cheese. It was like I had to eat it in pieces. It was just like it was too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's basically
so that was fun.
if you want to eat like the absolute ultimate Walmart customer, you got to go to Vegas, man. Vegas is where all the Walmart food is.
I had myself a Wagyu beef burger from Gordon Ramsay's.
That's
burger.
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
It was good, but I had it like room service, and then you had to pay the tip on top.
Expensive. Right?
Dog ass tired, you know. It's fucking expensive.
Have you tried Not a Damn Chance burger?
Not $86 good, but it was good.
Yeah.
Have you tried Not a Damn Chance burger here in Austin?
Tried what?
Not a Damn Chance NDC burger on 6th Street.
No, I did not.
It's the new, like, everybody says it's the most amazing burger in downtown Austin, but it's Not a Damn Chance burger, so it's NADC, and so all of their branding says Nazi burger. NADC. Oh. So Joe Rogan orders it all the time and posts pictures of it, and it all says NADC burger. And I'm like, you realize if you sound that out, it's Nazi.
Everybody's like, dog whistle, dog whistle.
Yeah.
Wow, dog whistle. Oh, God.
But yeah, if I went to Gordon Ramsay's place, apparently, I don't know if he has it at that restaurant, but apparently his lobster risotto is really, really good.
He has like little things all around Vegas. It's like, what was he's got
the actual Hell's Kitchen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the actual Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, I think it was like at the Paris or something like that. But we were close by, but we didn't go. But he has like Gordon Ramsay steak and Gordon Ramsay fish and chips and like Gordon Ramsay, I don't know, gumbo. I don't, you know. What I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's fine.
So
but
how long were y'all there?
We were just there. We were there from like a Thursday to like Saturday.
Okay, so it wasn't that much.
Just enough time to stay in Vegas and go, "Yep, that's Vegas. Let's go home." You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
you didn't go gamble. You didn't go be sinful in the city of sin.
I gambled $5 and turned it into 40, so that was my win for the weekend.
Hey, man, you end up better than a lot of people.
Penny stocks.
That's true. Left my shirt on my back, didn't bet my mortgage. It was great. So the funniest thing that happened that weekend was, so, you know, being a critic, I brought my power chair with me, and I'm just, you know, wheeling around, having a good time, living life.
It sounded like you said you were an art critic.
What's that?
It sounded like you said you were an art critic. Being an art critic, like, what do you need a wheelchair for to review art?
Because I'm an art. I need to sit somewhere and like ponder, you know, how beautiful everything looks.
That's what you need to say. You need to change the word to art critic. I'm art critic.
I'm art critic. Yes, I am.
So
show me your fine paintings.
Yeah.
So I was at the show, and I was in line getting a drink, and I got my drink, and I'm wheeling back to my seat, and this lady stops me, and she goes, "Hey," and she grabs my hand, and she goes, "I hope you have the best fucking time tonight." I was like, "Okay," and she goes, "Will you do that for me?" And I was like, "Sure." I was playing along. She kissed my hand, and she goes, "You have a great fucking time," and walked off.
Nice.
And I was like,
I think she.
Am I giving?
Yeah, are you giving off like retard vibes?
You should have been like, "Thank you."
Am I giving off a Make-A-Wish vibe or something?
Yeah,
like
you'd be like, "Thank you very much.
I love you."
Yeah.
It gets better.
She's my girlfriend now.
As I keep going back, a second person stops me. This time a dude, and he goes, "I want you to do me a favor. I want you to have the best fucking time of your life."
Was there a cult
you
there?
do that
Like
for
go
me?
to the same church service that morning where the preacher was like, "When you grab someone's hand."
Were they
You
the
grab
Hare
someone's hand.
Krishnas? Like who are these people, right?
Who are these people? I was like,
Have a
"Yeah,
good day,
sure."
Colt.
And he goes, "Thanks, buddy." And he didn't kiss my hand, thank Christ. He
Yeah.
just gave me, like, this, like, you know what I mean? I was like, I would have been a little squeezed out. So I went back to my seat, and I was like, "You'll never believe what happened to me on the way
Nice.
back." So I was like, was I giving off like? Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, was I giving off Make-A-Wish, like St. Cid's vibe or something like that?
That'd be
I
great
don't
if
think I
there's a
was.
creepy documentary about a
But-
cult, and you were like the victim, and you're like, they're like, "What happened, Jason, in the cult when they brought you in?" And you're like, "They were telling me to have a good day,
Have a good day.
telling me to have a great day, and they said fucking." They held my hand and
Hey,
they kissed my hand.
Speaking of cults, did you know there's a TikTok dance cult?
Yeah, I watched that.
We were talking about it yesterday when I saw my brother.
I was watching that the day you got me
Did you
banned
watch?
from TikTok.
Did we all watch the same documentary this
Yeah,
weekend? I
the
think
hot
we
girl
did.
twins. The girl that just stopped talking to her family.
Yep, and then just
Miranda.
does corny ass dance shit on TikTok to like old songs. You know what I mean?
I knew that
Just
Chinese dude was a
sucking
bugger the whole time.
Sucking the life out of them.
I knew the Chinese dude was a bugger the whole time. As soon as they revealed it, I was like, "Oh, there it is." And 2, 1, bugger.
Yep. He's a sex pest. Yep. So,
I love his come on lines. I'm a man and I have needs. That's like the oldest shit in the
I was like, oh, you chicken shit. You didn't even try.
Yeah, I'm a woman and I have needs. You have to pay for everything.
I need you.
God.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm gonna die.
But yeah, so thanks for joining us, Jason. That was fun.
We love you.
We're going to be out and about and doing things. So
Jason, I want you to do me a favor, okay? I want you to
Yes.
have a really good day today and have a great fucking time.
Please don't kiss my hand.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Next time I see you, that hand's getting kissed.
Now I can sleep easy because I did a good deed.
Yeah.
You did.
And
you
now
did.
I'll go to heaven.
Dude, how many people got virtue single points? That dude probably got pussy off of shaking your hand. His girlfriend was watching.
I feel like he wrote like a little check mark, like told wheelchair guy.
I got your name on my ledger, boy.
It was a scavenger hunt. That was what it was. They like, you got to find a guy in a wheelchair and you got to pretend that he's retarded.
Take him to the special Ozempics.
Yeah.
I asked my wife one time. I was like, so I have this little placard in my. Do you use it sometimes? She goes, yeah, sometimes. And I go, you don't do the thing, do you? He's like, no, I don't make it where it's like I'm disabled, but if someone looks at me, I may shrink my leg a little bit.
A little restless leg syndrome.
You got to
a little restless leg. I was like, good for you.
Turn your wrist inside out.
Yeah.
Put it in front of you.
There you go.
All right, well, that's going to be the episode for this week, and we should be back in another week with more God Awful Gospel Hour. Thanks, Jason, for hanging out.
Ba-da-ba-da.
You're welcome. Hooray.